That is the truth. So what he has done, because he's just repainting and rebuilding the roads I built as a governor in 1999 and 2007. I have not seen any new major road taking place like I did, like now.
It was the interview that didn't just make headlines, it broke the internet. In a week where Nigerians were desperate for good news, a political bomb was dropped right in the heart of Abia State. The trigger? A single statement, a claim so bold, so audacious, that it forced an entire state to pull out their receipts. Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, former governor, pillar of the APC, and a man who has walked the corridors of power for decades, looked into the camera and said this about the current governor, Alex Otti. Repainting, rebuilding, no new major roads. The implication was clear. Alex Otti is a fraud, a man taking credit for a legacy that belongs to Orji Uzor Kalu. But then, this happened. The government responded, the people responded, the internet responded, and suddenly, what started as a political jab turned into a full-blown war for the soul of Abia State. Today, we are not just reporting the news, we are doing a deep dive. We are peeling back the layers of propaganda, the satire, the church pulpit clapbacks, and the ugly truth about 2027. Buckle up. This is the story of the empty bucket, the repainted roads, and the battle for the truth. Let's set the scene properly. Orji Uzor Kalu is not just any politician. He is the self-styled action governor of the early 2000s. For many Abians, his name is synonymous with the return to democracy. So when a man of his stature speaks, people listen. But context is everything. Why now? Why in January 2026 does the senator suddenly feel the need to diminish the work of the current governor? In the interview, Kalu didn't mince words. He claimed that the roads Abians are celebrating today, the roads that have turned Aba into a massive construction site, are actually his ghosts. He claims Otti is merely putting lipstick on a pig, repainting the infrastructure Kalu laid down over 20 years ago. Think about the psychology of that statement. It's a power move. It's an attempt to strip the current administration of its primary selling point, infrastructure. If you take away the roads, what is Otti left with? That is the strategy. But here's where that strategy backfired. The internet has a long memory, and Abia State has eyes. Almost immediately, the receipts challenge began. Citizens, not just government officials, but regular everyday people started uploading videos. They showed Port Harcourt Road, they showed Umama Road, they showed the internal roads in Aba that had been impassable for decades, roads that weren't just painted but were dug up, drained, and relayed with rigid pavement technology. And that's the technical detail Kalu missed. You don't repaint a road with cement technology. You don't renovate a swamp, you reclaim it. The narrative of repainting crumbled under the weight of visual evidence. But a Nigerian political drama is never complete without the supporting cast. Just as the heat was rising, enter Doris Ogala. Doris Ogala, the Nollywood actress and social commentator, jumped into the ring. But she wasn't there to support the popular opinion. She threw her weight behind Senator Kalu. She doubled down. She insisted the senator was right. She claimed that the praise for Otti was misplaced and that the action governor was the true architect of Abia's infrastructure. Now, in the court of popular opinion, this was a risky move. The backlash was instantaneous. People accused her of blindness, of partisanship, of trying to rewrite history for political favor. And then, the satire hit. Just a few hours later, content creator Governor Amunike, the master of political satire, dropped a video. It was brutal, it was hilarious, and it was effective. Using humor, he mocked the very idea that these new projects were merely renovations. He satirically called out Doris, saying, "We need her," implying that her defense was so absurd it actually helped the opposition by exposing their desperation. This is the modern battlefield of Nigerian politics. It's not just press releases anymore. It's skits, it's memes, it's challenge videos. Governor Amunike's video did something important. It stripped the repainting argument of its seriousness. By laughing at it, it made it impossible for the youth to take Kalu's claims seriously. It turned a political attack into a joke. But let's pause the laughter. Let's stop looking at the skits and look at the chessboard. Why is this happening now? To understand this week, you have to go back to June 2025, just 7 months ago. In June 2025, Governor Otti visited Senator Kalu. They laughed, they shook hands. Otti even publicly praised Kalu, saying he was using Kalu's blueprint for infrastructure. He called governance a continuum. So how do we go from, I am using your blueprint in 2025, to, he is just repainting my roads in 2026? What changed? 2027 changed. We're approaching the midterm. The political alliances are shifting. The honeymoon phase of the Otti administration is over, and the opposition, comprising the APC and the entrenched PDP forces, are realizing something terrifying. They are realizing that if Alex Otti continues at this pace, if he delivers another 2 years of visible, tangible infrastructure, he will be unbeatable in 2027. In Nigerian politics, you cannot allow an incumbent to look like a savior. You must puncture the balloon. You must create a narrative that says he isn't special. He's just like us. In fact, he's copying us. This is the black is white strategy. They are trying to entrench a divisive partisanship. They want the citizens to argue who built the road rather than celebrating that the road exists. They want you to argue about 1999 versus 2026, so you forget about the looting that happened in between. The narrative is designed to confuse the voter. He didn't build it, he renovated it. He didn't start it, he finished it. And the danger is that if you repeat a lie often enough, and if you have people like Doris Ogala amplifying it, some people will start to believe it. This is the build-up to the 2027 elections. The gloves are off. While the internet was fighting, Governor Alex Otti took the matter to the one place where truth is supposed to reign supreme, the church. He didn't hold a press conference. He didn't release a biting press statement full of insults. He stood on the altar at the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Umuahia, and he laid it to rest with a proverb that every Nigerian child knows. He called them empty buckets. He told his supporters, do not respond to distractions. He categorized the noise from Kalu and the opposition as the sound of an empty bucket. This was a masterclass in political communication. By calling them distractions, he positioned himself as the man at work, the man who is too busy mixing cement to argue with people holding microphones. He said God does not have an unfinished project. He framed his administration not as a political party, but as a divine assignment. And that hits different in Nigeria. When you take the moral high ground, when you refuse to roll in the mud, you come out looking cleaner. He effectively told the citizens, look at the work, ignore the noise. Now, let's get to the core of this video, the fundamental lesson that we promised you. There's a massive difference between white elephant projects and prudent utility. For decades, Nigerian politicians have been obsessed with legacy projects, building a massive airport where there are no passengers, building a skyscraper in a village without electricity, just so they can say, I built this. That is the politics of ego. That is the politics of I. What we are seeing right now in Abia, whether you like Otti or hate him, is the politics of utility. Even if, and let's play devil's advocate here, even if Otti was just renovating old roads, which the evidence suggests he is doing much more than, is that a bad thing? Think about it. Is it better to start a new fancy project while the existing roads are death traps, or is it better to take the state's funds and prudently fix what is broken, making life livable for the common man today? Otti's style of government seems to be fix the mess. It's unglamorous, it's gritty, it involves drainage, potholes, and waste management. It doesn't always look like a shiny new airport, but it is what the people need. The opposition wants white elephants they can point to. Otti is giving them usable roads. And that is the fundamental truth. The citizens should not concern themselves with who cut the ribbon in 1999. They should concern themselves with, can I drive from Aba to Umuahia without destroying my shock absorbers today? The politicians are fighting for their belly. They are fighting for the credit, but the citizen must fight for results. As we march towards 2027, the noise will get louder. The empty buckets will make more noise. They will try to tell you that black is white. They will try to divide you. They will try to make you hate the man who is working just because he doesn't belong to their clique. Our warning to you is this: watch the ground, not the mouth. Don't listen to what they say in interviews. Look at what they do on the streets. Receipts don't lie. Propaganda does. Orji Uzor Kalu has had his time. Alex Otti has had his time. History will judge them not by their interviews, but by the legacy of stone and cement they leave behind. And for the people of Abia, the best response to distraction is focus. What do you think? Is Senator Kalu right, or is this just the cry of a sinking opposition? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see the real receipts, check the description. We've linked the evidence. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Aproko Desk.
Aproko Desk, where gist they get evidence.